There have been a lot of changes of late in Mexico. This is just being the most recent one because the central bank governor is also going to be leaving, and you've got a new change there.
This decision by the finance minister to run for president unfreezes a lot of things in Mexico that have kind of been stuck. Carstens, we've known for some time.
The current central bank governor.
The current central bank governor. It was announced quite some time ago that he was going to the BIS in Switzerland. He's delayed his departure so the government could announce a successor. Thinking was it would be Meade, but for the fact he may run for president. So these two things kind of froze Mexican monetary policy. It looks like they're now being resolved.
So there has been a concern, particularly with the ongoing NAFTA negotiations, that a populist candidate could ultimately succeed in the presidential elections next year. And the ruling party really needed a candidate like the finance minister that could be clear of any corruption scandals or noise surrounding him. And it feels like the candidate they need now to try and push the party forward. Is that what this is? Mexican
electors have shown they're deeply, deeply frustrated by levels of graft.
Yes.
If anything, Meade is going to be the stop Manuel Lopez Obrador candidate.
Yes.
We worry about populism here in the United States and populism in Western Europe, but what if the real populist insurgency came from Mexico?
Absolutely. The border issues, and obviously this guy's anti-NAFTA as well, so some support for Donald Trump and some of his efforts there as well, which could make it very interesting going forward. But what about central bank policy? Because if he's not now going to be at the central bank, Carstens, who clearly has a great deal of experience now, is moving to the Bank of International Settlements. What's the replacement? What's the situation there?
Carstens is as close as the emerging world has to a central banker's central banker. He's at all the conferences, he's highly known, he's highly respected.
Yes.
He made a run for head of the IMF. Ultimately, he was never going to get there because he wasn't a European. This clears the path for a successor to be named to the Mexican central bank. Local media reports say it will be the deputy governor, Alejandro Diaz. Once someone is in that job, they can then think about cutting interest rates. There's a sense that inflation there has peaked. The peso, which has been weak because of stuff happening in the US, seems to have found a firmer footing. Time is right in Mexico for an interest rate cut. They just need someone to be in the job.